So Jesus now went on to say this. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? Do you know why they could think like this? Because while Jesus was praying, they were sleeping. Jesus had built capacity. These guys did not build capacity in the place of prayer. So when they were face to face with challenges, the perilous times had come, they responded in the flesh. They responded in the capacity that they had. Jesus was now saying, you see, we are thinking differently. The reason why you did what you just did is because you think that prayer cannot solve this problem. Have you heard that we have prayed enough? Have you heard it? Have you heard it? Oh, yeah. Have you heard it? You know the reason why? The reason why the people who are telling you that we have prayed enough, the reason they are saying that is because they have not prayed at all. It's the people who are not praying that are saying that you have prayed enough. Because perilous times have come, the strength of men have been affected, and because we have been affected, even though we are doing something that looks like prayer, you see, it has affected us to the point that we don't think that it is possible to pray to God and he will send legions of angels. If I had time, which is not, like I said, I'm just trying to build this into something, I would have taken you to the book of Acts chapter 12, Acts 16. You will see how in these places disciples were in prison. Who came to deliver them? Angels. 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 It means then that there is something that we are losing. And if you talk about these things, somebody will say that, you see, you people are just deceiving yourselves. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's because we that are supposed to do it, we are doing something that looks like prayer. You hear I said looks like prayer, right? It means that we need to go deeper. It means that we need to ask the Lord to help us, because our prayer life is not measuring up to the things that have been made available to us. So we are subscribing to something else, and what we are choosing as a way of coming out of this dilemma that the enemy has brought to us is take up the sword. Meanwhile, I've told some of us this thing. I think I've said that here before. I say one of the reasons we are going through some of the problems we are going through in our time is because even the church has disobeyed many things. There are some of us that God has sent into the mission field. We refuse to go. We refuse to go. So some of the people that are coming out to kill people are supposed to be our converts. I heard a man of God one day, he was angry, and I understand. You see, I tell people these things, I understand it. We have been there. For some of you who were here then, when we had the issue with one of us, in fact, not just one of us, we have had two major issues like this. Before the one of the young man, we had a particular one where a man who was one of us at the time, this was 2018. Is it 2018 or 2019? 2019. Yes, 2019. That time, we were still in the place where 2 or 3 are gathered. You know where 2 or 3 are gathered? One day I will look for that video. I will show us our first miracle service. This man was in our first miracle service, but he was not around for the second one. I remember when we wanted to buy a generator. That's our first generator. If you know how we saved money, we did contribution. It was 180,000 we bought that gen. We announced it the way we announced it, maybe even more than we announced this BD project, because we didn't have the money, just young people around, and this man was like, I would say at the time, he would be like, maybe one of the, if you want to look at somebody who is serious around, financially a little. And I think he was even a part of that contribution for that generator when we got it. And where he was working, he was working somewhere in the southern part of Kaduna, and that was when they had one particular that's one of those crises, where they killed that Adara man or something, and he was coming back. somewhere on that road. We went there to see the car. After some time, coming back on that road, I think they were trying to stop him or something, and he was on his high speed, and they shot at him, and his vehicle left the road into the bush, far into the bush, and the vehicle caught fire. He burnt in that car for like 2 days. It was like some few days to my birthday. I could remember vividly. And the wife on my birthday, she was in my house. At the time, she had not known that the husband had died. I had known, but I didn't know how to tell her. Because when I heard, like 2 days before that, she was already complaining that she's calling the man, he's not picking. She's calling him, he's not picking. She doesn't know what's going on. So I had to go and call somebody and they said, this is what has happened. How do I break this news to her? So I couldn't. So we're still talking. I was just trying to calm her down. She came to my house on my birthday. They sat down. While they were busy laughing, I wasn't laughing. I couldn't even joke. I was in the room. When they brought the body back, there was no body. There was no head. There were no legs. It was just ribs. And a burnt heart. Burnt in a vehicle for 2 days. The day we went there with the wife, we drove to the place, went to get his things from the place where he was working, came back to see the vehicle. When we opened the vehicle, we were just seeing little pieces of bones, like on the floor. So it has affected us. You will not believe that the day they went to, because they had to sell the car as a scrap. You know, they just sold the parts, and they sold it for 30,000. It's a very good Benz. Burnt, and they sold it for 30,000. You will not believe that the day they went there to go and to take the scrap, you know who came? Police. What the police come to do? That now that they want to take the scrap, they will give them their share. That they have been the one watching over the car. They sold the car for 30,000. I think I heard police collected 15K from the money. See, we have been affected though. So when we are speaking, we're not speaking as if we just want to say anything. However, I've come to tell you something. That the counsel of the Lord is that if there is any way we are going to be victorious over this matter, it's not by the sword. Let the sword stay in its place. There are people who should handle that. You know, when the children of Israel were fighting against, their enemies, and the battle was getting so fierce, at a point Moses had to be in a place, and he had two people who were holding up his hands. Remember that? They have their part to play, but there are other people in the field, in the battlefield, playing their own part. If for any reason, just imagine that Moses now asked, how many people are there? They now say, there are 50,000. But our enemies are more than them. And it doesn't look like these guys can do anything. Moses now say, oh boy, bring my knife. These our boys are wasting time. Bring my knife. Let us go there so that we can increase the number. Caleb, only you can do. Do you know what will happen? They would have lost that battle. But you know the painful part? Those who are supposed to be in the field are saying that you should leave prayer and come and join them. So if everybody goes, do you know how we will lose this battle? We will lose it woefully. Because we now have a generation that does not believe that God answers prayers. Perilous times shall come, and men shall be lovers of themselves. When strength is reduced, we introduce revelations that are not consistent with God's counsel, and so we don't see anything manifest in our time.